All right, guys, today we are talking about Sociology 2.2, which asks that you can explain the differences in the type of sanctions and then take a look or analyze a scenario to determine the type of sanction and its impact on the individual. So this component is all about how is culture um, enforced, okay? How are norms enforced or reinforced? Okay, so there are four different types of sanctions that you are held accountable for. Right now, with social norms in component one, we talked about that these are expected behaviors. In culture, the goal is to have these expected behaviors be internalized. So they want the norm to become part of your personality, okay, causing you to conform to society's expectations. An example may be that you guys all come into class and you take your seats and you're quiet, you're respectful. All right. So these are behaviors that as high schoolers, you don't have to be reminded of. These are things that you've internalized, you've already done. Your personality then has become one that is more respectful, more in tune to society's expectations or the norms. All right. In order for you to get to internalization, though, you have received lots of rewards and sanctions, lots of rewards and punishments in order to get to that point. All right. So sometimes sanctions are positive. Okay, they are actions that reward you for your behavior. Maybe it's getting candy or sticker or told good job. Maybe it's as simple as getting a smile or invited to something. Okay, these are all positive sanctions. These are all things that will encourage you to continue that behavior because of something positive that happened. All right, on the opposite side, you may receive sanctions that are negative. Okay, this is a punishment or a threat of punishment that encourages you to conform. All right, so it may mean a ticket. Okay, it may mean scolding. It may mean timeout. Okay, those would be more at home, I guess. Here at school, it may just be a reminder that that's not the way we act. Okay, it's a negative sanction. All right, now sanctions can also be formal or informal. Okay, now a formal sanction is a reward or a punishment given by a formal organization or regulatory agency, okay, such as school. So for school, an example would be a referral. The only place in your life that you're going to get a referral is within school. The only people that can give you referrals would be teachers or administrators. Okay, it could be something with law enforcement, maybe a ticket. Okay, that's a formal sanction. There's a regulatory body, the police. Okay, and there's only certain people that can give that to you, a police officer. All right, most of the sanctions that you will receive are informal. So they're spontaneous expressions of approval or disapproval by either an individual or a group. Okay, so these are things that your friends give you, your family may give you. Okay, so this is everything from high five for doing something good, okay, or somebody telling you to cut it out. Okay, it's informal. Anybody can tell you those things, right? And they're trying to enforce then a certain behavior. Okay, I think it is easier to think of this as a Punnett square, right? So your sanctions could be positive, formal, right? In this first box, that may be something like a scholarship, okay, an A on an assessment. Maybe it's a reward, one day the Nobel Peace Prize, right? Can also have positive informal sanctions. This would include things like somebody telling you good job or somebody texting you back quickly, right? They want to encourage whatever the norm was, the expected behavior. They're doing that in a positive manner. All right, at the same token, you may have a negative formal sanction, okay, here in this box. That would be something like the referral or the ticket. Or a negative informal, which would be things like somebody ignoring you, or if somebody does not invite you to something or tells you to cut it out. Okay, it's a sanction that anyone can give you, but there is a reward, or I'm sorry, a punishment or the threat of punishment in order to encourage the norm. All right, remember, norms are expected behaviors. So this is how we teach you, okay, or how society, how your peers, how your family, schools, how they teach you the norms of our society.